Nothing reflects America's diverse musical identity than jazz, a genre that originated in the African American communities of New Orleans, Louisiana. And nowhere is jazz as alive and as vibrant as in its birthplace, where live music is heard from every street corner, club, and restaurant. But one place in the city is synonymous with the history and cultural tradition of jazz: Preservation Hall.
Immigration and our common ancestry and our common bonds as newcomers to this land is what created this music, and it keeps it fresh and constantly invigorated by people coming in and experiencing it and bringing their cultures to bear here.
A house band plays there 5 times a day every day, and there is always a long line waiting to get in, even during weekdays. Preservation Hall is a major tourist magnet in New Orleans' historic French Quarter, which combines cultures and traditions from around the world. The Spanish and French, Creole and American all left their mark in this city that is like no other in the United States. Preservation Hall hasn't been remodeled since the early 1960s, when musicians were first invited to play in what was then an art gallery. The walls of this historic building are adorned with old photos. The locks are old and rusty, floorboards creak. The interior, together with the music that's played there, preserves the aura of the club.
Preservation in regards to preserving a way of life and a way of looking at things, but it can be a tricky term because it can be isolating, right? When people think of preserving something, you're taking something and keeping it the same way for the rest of it, as long as you can keep it going. But we also, our mission statement is to protect, preserve, and perpetuate. And all 3 words are equally as important to us, and to us that's all part of preservation.
Many American and foreign musicians dream of performing here. Singer-songwriter Tom Waits called it a sacred, hallowed ground of jazz after he made a record there.
It's the lifeblood of people. It's the story of people, and so I think if you ask somebody, well, it's obvious, if you ask somebody what jazz is in Chicago and somebody in New Orleans, it's going to be 2 dramatically different answers. So to me, it's people music.
We take a boat to the land of dreams. Heaven on earth, they call it New Orleans.
About 18 million tourists visit New Orleans every year to listen to this truly American music. In this city, jazz sets the tone in parks, over the Mississippi River, and welcoming visitors at the international airport named for Louis Armstrong, jazz legend.
They call it New Orleans.
Maya Kay, VOA News, New Orleans, Louisiana.
It's a street, long time ago.